Tonight on ABC Action News, a pillar of one Tampa community torn apart.
Let's go around and create some destruction. Let's damage property.
The move by the community to help them recover and the decision to make sure it never happens again.
To be honest with you, my boy is a hero.
For the first time, one of the survivors of the Mexico attacks tells his story. We hear exclusively from the teen who saved his siblings.
ABC Action News starts right now with breaking news.
And that breaking news, 2 people hurt in a shooting.
And one of them a teenager. Let's get out to ABC Action News reporter Haley Bull. She's live near Carver Street and Orange Avenue in Sarasota. And Haley, we understand you just spoke with the police. How are the victims doing tonight?
Yeah, John is.
Haley, thank you. Meanwhile, residents of Dunedin will see more law enforcement officers in their area. The city has asked for deputies to patrol the area because speeding is becoming a major issue. This is especially true on Skinner Boulevard, where business owners say the road is dangerous because people simply aren't following the rules.
It is always something out there. Speeders, switching lanes, people going down the center lane. We call it Skinner Speedway. Yep, it's pretty bad.
Dunedin will sign a new contract with the sheriff's office. This will give the city 2 additional deputies to be community police officers, and those new deputies are expected to be in place sometime by January.
Next week.
A South Tampa neighborhood is cleaning up after finding a community building vandalized. Our Haley Bull is also working on this story tonight and is learning more about the changes the Gandy Civic Center is now making after discovering the damage.
I'm like, okay, something's wrong.
Sean Brown.
Mexico inviting the U.S. today to participate in the investigation of that deadly ambush in Mexico that left 9 Americans dead. Just a tragic story here. And for the first time, we're hearing from David Langford, whose wife and 2 sons were killed, as well as a 13-year-old son who's hailed a hero for rescuing his siblings. Both of them now sitting down for an exclusive interview with ABC News' chief national affairs correspondent, Tom Llamas. Meanwhile, back here in the Bay for the first time since early December of last season, we're finally talking about a Buccaneers home victory. Sounds hard to believe, right? Well, it finally happened. Bucs rallying this afternoon in the final 2 minutes to beat the Arizona Cardinals 30-27. Peyton Barber right there providing the game-winning touchdown with under 2 minutes remaining. Momentum and spirits are now high for the Bucs. The players explain why this victory could be the season-ending turning point. Plus, one Bucs defender gets benched. We'll tell you who that is coming up a little bit later in sports. Sharks headed to Florida waters. The new warning that says great white sharks are on their way here. You're watching ABC Action News at 11. A South Florida apartment complex had to be evacuated for the second time in just a few months, all thanks to a pool on the roof. 200 people are looking for a place to stay tonight after the rooftop pool at the place at Dania Beach leaked into the apartments below. The same problem also happened back in September, if you recall, but they thought they fixed the problem.
To happen a second time, now we're worried on our safety. It's not safe to be in an environment where pipes can just bust.
Yeah, not a good thing here. The 6th and 7th floors were completely soaked after the pipe burst yet again. Now, crews are investigating whether it's the same pipe that burst a few months ago or maybe a different one. And now an update from a story yesterday we brought to you. We're learning more about a man bitten by an alligator on the east coast of Florida. Well, his name is James Bryce, and he was hunting in a wildlife management area yesterday morning. And he was hunting for hogs in the marsh with his wife when a gator bit his leg. Luckily, his injuries are non-life threatening. And from one water predator to another, as the rest of the country gets colder, Florida's seeing a lot more than just snowbirds here in the Sunshine State. More great white sharks are now being reported off the coast. Shark experts at OSearch says shark migration is officially underway. 8 great white sharks were spotted between New Jersey and Florida just in the last week.
And they can actually go into the Gulf there. That's the interesting part,
they
right?
Go to the Gulf, and Jason, our residential animal expert on the side.
He knows.
Great white sharks also migrate up the East Coast and into the New England area. That's actually where Jaws was filmed, in Martha's Vineyard.
Yeah, and also I think it was Jaws 2 was actually filmed in Destin. So even it has a golf thing to it as well. But
looking good, Jason. Thank you. The Buccaneers finally get their first home win of the season and their first since last December. Finally, a total team effort in the Bucs 3-point win over the Cardinals. But it wasn't all smiles for the Buccaneers. One Bucs defensive player gets benched while another makes the game-saving catch in providing the game-winning play. We'll talk all about it next in sports. It wasn't all smiles, though, after the Bucs win this afternoon. Bruce Arians said he benched former first-round pick Vernon Hargraves in the third quarter for his lack of hustle. The Bucs corner told ESPN, quote, "There's no arguing it. I need to hustle. Point blank, end of discussion," end quote. Bucs, by the way, picked up his fifth-year option earlier this season. Hargraves did come back to play in the game when MJ Stewart left with a knee injury. We'll see if the H3 plays, or at least starts next week, which I think he will.
All of you in the Marine Corps or have served in the Marine Corps, happy birthday.
Well, a new survey reveals the least popular items at the Thanksgiving dinner table. The online Harris poll found 68% of Americans secretly dislike a classic Thanksgiving meal.
What?
Yet they eat it anyway at a tradition. People don't like cranberry sauce, green beans casserole. Some don't even like the turkey. What's up with that?
Man.
I want to dive straight to the desserts, though. I'm not going to lie.
Pumpkin pie.
Pumpkin pie or bust, right?
You gotta do that.
Thanks for watching us, everyone.
Have a good night.
We'll see you back here next weekend.
Tonight on ABC Action News, a boat explosion sends a woman into the water. Her father's quick thinking to save her life.
Well, how is he going to hurt him? He's trapped behind the steering wheel.
A family demands answers, but police say they already have them. The officer-involved shooting that ended a suspect's life.
What happened to my niece shouldn't have happened.
Trying to make sense of a tragedy, the mother killed by a hit-and-run driver, and the evidence troopers are looking for tonight.
Live from Tampa Bay, streaming news leader, this is ABC Action News, taking action for you.
Good evening, I'm Isabel Rosales.
And I'm John Sabol. Thanks for joining us. Right now, a boat explosion spills 100 gallons of fuel into a Largo intercoastal waterway.
It was a big mess, but tonight crews say it's been cleaned up. Our Haley Bull breaks down the moments that led up to that big boom.
Some Pinellas County, Haley Bull, ABC Action News.
Haley, thank you. Now to another top story tonight. Normally Sundays belong to the Buccaneers and the NFL, but today the USF football team is stealing some of the spotlight with a coaching change. The team firing head coach Charlie Strong this afternoon after a disappointing 4-8 season. Now the move not all that surprising to Bulls fans. There have been rumors surrounding Strong's uncertain future dating back to this time last season. Win totals for Strong's Bulls teams dropped in each of his 3 seasons in Tampa. USF will not be playing in a bowl game this month for the first time since 2014. While his wins have dropped this season, Charlie Strong's salary has not. He's making $5 million this year. That's good for 16th highest paid coach in the nation, according to the USA Today. That salary breaks down like this: $2.5 million base salary plus a $2.5 million retention bonus. USF has to pay out the final 2 years of his contract, which equals a little more than $5 million. Later in sports, we'll break down who I think the Bulls should look at as a potential replacement at USF for Charlie Strong.
Just a few minutes. John.
All right, Jason, we'll see you shortly. Meanwhile, a 21-year-old man was shot and left for dead in the middle of a Tampa street early this morning. Officers came to the scene and found him lying on East Delulu Avenue around 4 this morning. The man was taken to the hospital, where unfortunately he was pronounced dead. The victim's name hasn't been released yet, and no word on any potential suspects. Tonight, 2 Plant City police officers are on paid leave after a search for a stolen car ends with an officer-involved shooting. Officers say the suspect drove the stolen car towards them, but the family says it did not need to escalate that far.
I counted the bullets, 33. There's at least 33 bullets there for an unarmed 25-year-old who had no weapon.
Both officers will remain on paid leave until FDLE's investigation is complete. You might remember this back in October. This was the scene at Mount Tabor Baptist Church. Rubble left behind after a tornado hit the Polk County town of Kathleen. Well, today they're worshiping back in their home. This is new video of their service this morning. Members able to worship once more inside their sanctuary a month and a half since a tornado ripped apart the church. Up until today's return, members were forced to meet in a hall. The timing perfect with worshipers returning before the Christmas season.
My thoughts were we had a problem, a massive problem. I didn't think the church was going to be able to reopen. Yes, God is still strong and standing strong, and so are the people. They're happy to be back at home.
The roof was destroyed in the storm, but they expect a new roof to go up sometime in January. The president leaves the West Palm Beach airport after spending the weekend at the Winter White House. As he lands in Washington, we learned he's not going to participate in this week's impeachment hearings. The White House sent out a statement saying they can't fairly be considered to participate in the December 4th hearing this Wednesday. The House Judiciary Committee holds a hearing with legal scholars to see if evidence warrants articles of impeachment. A major decision could change gun control nationwide tomorrow. The Supreme Court will consider a case involving a New York City law. It originally barred gun owners from taking their weapons to shooting competitions, gun ranges, or to second homes outside the city, but the law was eventually dropped. Now, gun control advocates are worried the justice's decision could impact laws passed all across the country.
Still ahead on Action News at 11. Cyber Monday deals are just minutes away, but a deal can quickly turn into a scam. The clues you need to watch out for. Right now, drones, helicopters, and a massive ground crew is working to find a 6-year-old girl who went missing after floodwater swept away the car she was in. 2 5-year-olds were tragically found dead there in Phoenix as flooding hit that area recently. Investigators say a family was driving around in a military-style car when it became struck. The sheriff's office there is pulling out all the stops and trying to find the missing little girl. Wow. Hey, you know, Cyber Monday is less than a few hours away, and the deals are going to be endless. Video game consoles, computers, clothes, kitchen appliances, and more. Basically, you name it, it's all going to be on sale. But shoppers beware. It's just not businesses looking to capitalize on this holiday. The Better Business Bureau wants shoppers to be out ready for scams. Tips include making sure the web address that you're buying from is legit, plus get a tracking number for your shipments. You can always pay with your credit card over a debit card.
This is like a buffet for cyber criminals because they can just pepper people with phishing emails and offer them great deals, and since everybody's in shopping mode.
Remember, if a deal looks too good to be true, it probably is.
50 million Americans are currently under winter alert as snow and ice really did a number on Thanksgiving travel. And now cold weather is coming here, causing water parks to close. SeaWorld's Aquatica, Disney's Typhoon Lagoon, Universal's Volcano Bay, and Island H2O Live will all close tomorrow and on Tuesday. So what do you think, Jason? Is it cold enough to actually close these water
it's all
rides?
relative for Floridians, yes.
Yeah.
When you only have highs in the 60s, that's
Thin
kind of chilly
skin.
for us. Yeah. People up north that are covered in snow are like, are you kidding me?
Come on.
But with this cold front coming, I'm excited. You're excited because you wear your boots.
Boots and scarves.
You're excited because you can use your heated blanket.
No, I would rather not use the heated blanket and keep our 80-degree temperatures.
I knew it was too good to be true, Jason. Warm's coming back. All right, now that Charlie Strong is gone, who is the best fit to become the 5th coach in South Florida's history? We'll break down the potential candidates and the money the school has to now pay Strong. Plus, a career day for one Buccaneers rookie, a day he'll never forget. The Bucs accomplishing something today they did 364 days ago. We'll explain what that is. Keep it here. Sports is next.
Sunny and windy and a bit cooler with highs in the 60s, but the talk will be Tuesday morning as the 30s make their return for the first time this season back here in West Central Florida.
But it's temporary.
Temporary. One night.
Well, we do have some bittersweet news to share with you guys, John.
Yeah, bittersweet news. Unfortunately, this is my last weekend here with you guys here at ABC Action News. Hard to believe it's been almost going 7 years.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy? But, you know, I just want to thank all the viewers that welcoming into their home. It's been a pleasure delivering the news and sports and hanging out with you guys here. My last day is Friday, so you guys are stuck with me for 5 more days. So we'll see you on ABC
And then the
Action
box is gone.
And the boxes are gone,
We can actually do our legit heights standing next to this giant.
We're going to miss that.
We are. We're going to
miss you.
Thanks for watching us, everyone.
Have a good night.